Welcome to the Paradigma Tarot channel. This channel is owned by Vedi Tarot, which is a printing company that creates custom decks for your use. And I am the artist who owns the company. So here we're just looking at different ways you can use tarot decks and other decks to make your life easier. So today we're going to use Vedi Tarot deck, and we're going to look at 4 different versions of a question. And the question is, what is it that you need to know right now regarding your situation? Whatever your situation is, something that bothers you quite a bit, there will be 4 versions of the answer. And I'm going to put a card for each version. What you will do is select a number or a card that suits you or that looks at you, and we will see what is it that you need to know specifically right now regarding your situation. So let's do it. So for those who chose number 1, well, if you're concerned about something regarding your situation, it basically tells you that the Tower card, which came up here in this deck, it's a water tower, which probably has to do with emotions. And the situation you're experiencing right now seems like a complete disaster, which means that it completely came to an end or to a halt. There may have been a scandal, there may have been something that really bothered you or evoked a very specific emotional reaction from you, and you are completely shaken by this reaction and currently probably are in a state of chaos because you're not really sure what to do and how to deal with the situation. So let's see what kind of advice there is for you. So universe does recognize that you are experiencing this chaotic situation where your life was turned upside down and you are experiencing a very difficult emotional upheaval. So let's see what kind of advice do you have. What is it that you need to know? Well, I'll tell you right now that your situation has to do with holding on to different things that used to be valuable to you and probably now are going to be losing value. It may have to do with something, you moving different countries, you're going to different moving on to a different lifestyle, moving on to a different city. 6 of Pentacles usually says there is some sort of a beneficiary coming through to you. It's usually an equal give and take, or questions about give and take. Perhaps now you're emotionally realizing that the situation you were in was not giving you equally. Like you were investing a lot in your situation and you were not getting back as much. So you have nothing. You have basically no choice but to get up and fight. Fight for you to win. Fight for your win. Fight for your leadership, right? And you are very much inclined to hold on to your previous location, previous situation, previous job, previous relationship, because you still have this hope that there's something still gonna work out, or that you're not going to get anything better than this, right? So the problem of the situation is the fact that you've been holding on to it, even though there was a very much of a cosmic or karmic disbalance in your relationship or in your job, or you were not getting paid as much as you're supposed to, and things like that. So universe is going to step in and make you move. There will be a lot of chaos around you. There will be a lot of bickering and fighting. People are going to be trying to fight for a leadership position, and there will be showing themselves as very assertive or demanding, or it could be you, it could be your energy. Since we're looking into advice, that might be what you need to do in order to get to your next level, right? So you have to get up and do something, get up and get moving, basically, because this tower came out upside down or in reverse, which means situation will never be the same. Even though you have a hope, this situation will probably never be the same. It's time to get up and move. Basically, that's your advice, position number 1. Position number 2. What's going on with you here? Lovers also in reverse. This deck has 2 cards of lovers. One has to do with choice. As you can see, his heart is ripped out and it looks like it's an apple. An apple usually represents some sort of well, an apple is somebody who's trying to make you do something you don't want to. It's kind of like Adam and Eve that ate an apple, and after that their life changed forever. Well, his heart was an apple, which means it was an object of an affection of 2 or more choices here. We even have a Tinkerbell who's probably also in love with this guy, right? But basically we have these 2 ladies here, and his apple is torn apart. So he wants them both, right? He wants to have fun with both of them. He doesn't know who to choose, and that's kind of the problem here. So you might be in the situation, but since this came out in reverse, the choice that you or someone else made in your life was probably wrong. Excuse me. And this fact is going to become obviously clear. So it could be you, or it could be somebody in your surroundings that realizes the choice was wrong. Something that was decided missed the mark. And it's going to break somebody's heart, or this person already broke somebody's heart, and now they're probably not, whoever this is, you or somebody around you, they're not in a good place regarding this choice that had to be made. So what is the advice for you? Look at all of this major arcana for you guys. So what is the advice here for you? Stand your ground. Be a Queen of Swords. You might be dealing with a hottie here. So if you're a lady, you might be dealing with a hottie here. You might be dealing with a guy who is very domineering, who makes money, or who considers status and money very important. It could be fire sign astrologically, but not necessarily. They may be just acting like one, which means they could be jealous. They could be green with envy for you. Maybe you have something they don't have. Maybe they were trying to get something and be better and bigger than you, and they made an incorrect choice, or they made a bet and they bet on the wrong horse, basically, right? It's a metaphor for you basically think that the grass is greener on the other side, or you think that you're making a choice that would be somehow monetary or tangibly more inspiring, right? Or that it will have more potential. And they made a bet and missed it, because now they're looking at you and your success, and they want it too. So be careful who you're dealing with here. This person may not only be jealous of how prosperous you are, they may also be jealous of your status. And they don't want to get it. I don't think they want to get your status by dating you, but they obviously want to beat you at it because they have to be the ones domineering, the situation here. So you're kind of dealing with a very stubborn person. There's also a karmic disbalance here. As you can see, we're dealing with a lot of ego here. There's a lot of ego here, but you do have a connection here. It's a soul connection. You probably are as stubborn as they are. And basically it says that if you do demand equal give and take, you will probably get it in this situation. More so because you stood your ground and you were authentic and you were like, whatever, I'm done with you. You were pretty sharp. I don't know what you told to this person. But that's exactly what lit the fire under their bottom. Now, it could be about work, or it could be about personal relationships, but this is definitely an interesting situation. It does lead to partnership as soon as the balance is achieved. So as soon as one of you drops the ego and pride and learns how to communicate and how to be in an even relationship, this relationship actually has a good potential. So if you're dealing with a third party here, which some of you may be, it does say that this person may have a family. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with a person who has a family and business that they have to upkeep. There's a certain reputation they have to show, and this person is at a loss because they can't really choose what they want to choose. They are tied up with some other obligations. Family and business card may have to do with, status, money, position in life, social credentials, and they just can't help themselves. You are like their obsession here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the devil comes out. You might be dealing with the King of Cups as well, who has a little bit of fire. So it's a kind of a Pisces Aries cusp. This person is very interested in you, but they cannot give you what you deserve, although they really want to. So you may be in a situation where somebody is choosing and you are aware of it. So it just says stand your ground. You are your own person. You are very independent. You say the truth. You say it how it is. You don't play the games. And this person right now is in the process of a decision. That's what you need to know about your situation if this is your scenario. There's also a third scenario that I see here. And it may have something to do with you choosing between two men. You may be in a situation where you meet someone who is hot and fancy and likes luxury lifestyle, but very egocentric. And on another hand, you may meet someone who is like a sunshine, right? And they're very emotional and they know how to participate in relationship and they give you compliments. And you will be choosing between these two and you will be afraid to make the wrong choice. In that situation, let's see if there's advice for you in that situation. But don't rush. First of all, you have your own experience based on what I'm seeing here. And it says don't rush. You should not be in a hurry whatsoever. Let the universe start the beginning for you. If you're not in a rush and you let every person show their best side, the answer will become obvious to you. So if you have to decide, think about why do you have to decide. Are you pressing yourself to make that decision? Are any of them pressing you to make the decision? Why don't you just enjoy both of them for a little while? Because the answer will come to you. You may also be dealing with a person who's younger than you, and that's what stops you from making the decision, by the way. Like you would choose them, but you're not sure because they're age difference, right? Don't walk away. Please don't walk away. And I don't know, there's a Queen of Swords, but it could be, you could be an air sign, especially if you're an air sign, especially if you're a Libra. You have some things happening in your relationship house, so you may be dealing with the choice between two men or two women. Don't tie yourself to gender here. It's just showing you that it's an opposite sex, right? So that's the three scenarios that I have here, and I hope this card choice gave you some answers here. Position number 3. What does universe want to let you know? What you should know right now regarding your situation? Well, time to wake up. Wakey, wakey. If you had an elongated pause in your life, it seems like it will be coming to an end and things will pick up and start moving. There may have been a dead silence or literally a period of non-communication, and no wonder it's Mercury retrograde that's ending actually today, so when I'm making this spread. So it seems like you may be coming out of this stale energy, but you're kind of already fallen asleep, right? And the problem is when you're in stagnation like this, you kind of forget to sign the document, or you forget to finish your book, or you forget to write somebody an email, and this may create a problem because you are in such a stale energy for a while. There may be some things that were left unsaid or left unsent, or you forgot to sign something, like a divorce decree, right? You got it, you got into a melancholy, you become depressed, and you forgot to sign the papers. So check it out. Check your papers, okay? Let's look at the advice. What's the advice for you here? Yeah, it's time to take matters into your own hands. Some choices will have to be made. There's no time to procrastinate. This thing is not going to finish by itself. Look at this news. There's something about writing a letter or finishing a letter or communicating. You need to start communicating. Talk to people. Write to people. What it's saying is you have to do something, and the action is about a letter or a communication or some sort of a message to someone. It's like you're waiting for this thing to play out, but what the destiny wants, see, it came reversed. Destiny wants you to take matters in your own hands. Don't wait for someone else to come and save you. There's also a situation, there may be a situation where you are stuck on some person that you can't get out of your head. Just like in that song, I just can't get you out of my head. Probably dates me too. But anyway, so no procrastination, no more choices. This thing is not going to finish by itself. You have to finish it. For that, you have to communicate. So if there's something that you need to learn, you need to learn. If you need to sign those divorce papers, sign them. You need to break the chains. That's it. You're stuck because you're procrastinating. You're stuck because you're refusing to make a decision. You're hoping that, something else will change, like some sort of situation will change on its own, and you will come to a conclusion. It's not. It's something that you have to do. To break up with someone, you need to be assertive. You need to make things happen. And honestly, I don't think it's some other person that's coming into your life. I think this energy is you. It's just a Mars energy that comes into your life, and you will be like, what am I doing? And you're going to start moving, right? You're going to finalize the documents. You're going to send those PR things. You're going to send your book to finish your book and send it to print, to publisher. You're going to, you're just going to if you're not going to this energy right now, you're going to feel it soon. Things are going to start moving. And trust me, you are not going to finish the cycle until you start doing something. It's not going to, you're going to get stagnated. You're going to get stuck in the situation where you are unless you start moving. So, number 3, pick up and go. But pick up your leftovers. You need to finish something. You've been procrastinating long enough. There's going to be another period this year where Mercury is going to go retrograde that will bring you back to this problem that you didn't finish. But at that time, it's going to be probably not a good time to finish something because it's going to be a last Mercury retrograde this year, and usually destiny steps in, and you're going to end up in a tower moment, okay? So this is, right now, there's a little slim opportunity for you to finish what you didn't finish, and it's going to turn out the way you want it, as long as you put in some effort into it. If you're going to leave it procrastinating, things may not turn out the way you want it, because you have to finish the cycle. We can't leave you behind. Everybody else is moving on. So you can't just stay where you are, basically. That's what the universe is telling you. You have to pick up your stuff and start finishing things. So, number 3, that's your answer. I hope it resonates. If not, choose a different number. So, number 4, what does the universe want you to know? La Luna. Well, something is going to come out of the shadows. It may be the shadows of your subconscious. It could be self-projections, or projections of other people. It's some sort of a blurry state of mind where you're not really sure what's happening and how to deal with it. It could also be a matter of perception of something. But it has a lot to do with your intuition and your subconscious. It's almost like you were in a haze and you weren't sure what to do. Well, it seems like that's coming to an end and things start to become clearer. It also says that you have an obscure vision. But as you can see in this deck, it's a glass of water, half full. So it reflects the stars, which is your dreams, and it magnifies the moon. Okay, so you can look at it closer and see the light, you see? So you're coming out of this situation, or you are currently in this interesting journey of your intuition and meditation that kind of gives you an enlightenment. We'll see what other cards will come out, what is the advice for you, but it looks like you're kind of in this very confused mode right now. Like you're not really sure. You know things are changing, but you're not sure where this is going. And it's sending you into a very downward spiral right now. Like close to depression and confusion. What is the advice for you here? Yeah. Okay. A sudden spark of energy may come from a sudden loss, and it could be a loss of a friend, a loss of a loved person you loved very much. You know, it doesn't have to be your life partner, but it's someone that you've spent a lot of time with and someone that you've adored. You thought this person was just so awesome. And the end to your confusion will come with some sort of it could be a message, it could be a situation that happens, it could be somebody's action that brings you clarity. You've got 2 aces here, so you're definitely stepping into a new. Oh wow. So it's either new hopes, new dreams that you're getting because some of the other hopes and dreams have already come true, or it's a matter of the fact that your hopes and dreams change. Whatever you wanted before and it didn't work out, something else will appear in your life that will make you change your mind. And the situation where you could not, it was a matter of like you couldn't understand, why is this not happening? Why can't I achieve what I'm doing, right? Because I'm doing all this and that, and I'm investing, and things are just not appearing. Well, that situation is coming to an end. And in your case, you are very interesting and adventurous. You are very curious. It also is an entrance of a very young and sparkly energy. So some of you, and this is Luna, so it has a lot of female energy in it. You may be finding out that you're pregnant here. It could be a person that's younger than you that's coming into your life with the end of some sort of a family situation. So you may be adopting somebody, or it could be that you're, I don't know, something happened and you asked your nephew or your niece to come and live with you. And communicating with this person will put things into a completely different perspective. It could be also your energy that you are kind of going back into your childhood and you're going to find some answers, some family resentments in your childhood while meditating on this situation. So it's definitely something that will come into your life that will give you warmth, will give you a great idea, will give you a great new beginning, and it will also put things into a different perspective. You may also feel that you have to sacrifice something in order to move forward, and you will make that decision because the dream and the hope of a future is going to be that much stronger. So it's almost like you need to work through some sort of damage from your past life or from your previous family situation or from your childhood in order for your dream to come true, because you're literally standing at the gate right now. So this is by far the best spread over here, number 4, but you are super confused right now. So your advice here is not to be super negative and try to see things from different points of view. The disharmony and the feelings of loss, they're going to come to an end because of this new young energy that's coming into your life. It's literally very hip. It's literally very active, right? And suddenly it'll bring a whole new life and a whole new perspective to you. And decision is going to come very clearly, and it's going to be very easy to make. You're going to cut out what you don't need, and you're going to start from the beginning because it is a new dream. Now you have a new dream. It's something that you didn't think of before, or it wasn't important to you before, but because you are going to be involved with this other energy for a little bit, it's something that's completely new that comes into your life. It's like you're being surrounded by younger people for some unknown reason. Maybe you know, I don't know. It could be different things in your situation. Maybe you become a teacher or whatever it might be. You will be surrounded with this young energy who's curious, who's asking questions, and you suddenly will feel a whole new way of understanding life, and you will feel a whole new appreciation for life as well. And so whatever you were concerned about here is no longer going to rule you. You know what I mean? It's all in your head. Things are not as bad as you think, essentially. And whatever was confusing you is no longer going to be an issue for you. In fact, you may bring it to an end because it wasn't really important to you. It's going to lose its importance. So even if it comes back later to your life, you'll be like, I already have my new inspirations here, you see? Because you're on the way up. You're on the way up. So if it's about people who did not value you, because Ten of Pentacles is a value card, you're not going to give a shit about these people, quite frankly. You're just not. Because you have someone new who comes in who is just so excited to be with you. Just like a child, you know? You're just so magnificent and entertaining for this person. You have a Pisces energy here, but you have a air energy, you have an Aquarius energy, and you have anybody of air sign. Lots of air here. It could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Like I said, Pisces energy is present here, Luna and Hangman. So this is a very interesting combination. It could be just that a person that you meet has a combination of this two zodiac signs in their chart that are predominant. Obviously, we have all zodiacs in our charts, but this person will have predominantly these this kind of energy. So it's very whether it's one person or many people, and it doesn't have to be, like I said, a life partner. It could be a child, a nephew, a niece, or whatever. Somebody who kind of makes you feel alive all over again. And you definitely have new ideas. You definitely have new aspirations. You'll even see better opportunities somewhere else. So even if this situation comes back to you, something that doesn't give you enough value, something that doesn't really put you as a priority, you're not, I mean, it's done. Ten of Swords. I mean, it's a betrayal, right? Somebody betrayed you here. And you could not understand why. Why would somebody do that? Well, you're pretty soon going to forget about these people, and even if they return, you're not going to even entertain these people in your life, because you have something that really inspires you in the future that's coming in, and it literally turns your life around into a completely different area. So congratulations to you, number 4. I hope you liked this pick a card spread, everybody. Please hit a like. Let me know if you'd like to buy this deck. It is coming soon. It is being shipped from China, so hopefully it will be here in a month or two. And you'll be able to buy it on eBay or Etsy store and Amazon. And I hope to see you on this channel soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.